Day 37. Another gorgeous day. I'm out on what we call the never-ending road. There's a service road 5097. Stomach's not feeling great. Feeling kind of nauseous. Rough run so far. I'm a little over 4 miles in. May cut this one a little bit short. Just not feeling it. And some days you gotta do that. Gotta listen to the body, especially if you're not feeling good. It's better than making yourself worse. I had a bowl of cereal, Kind cereals, really good, cranberry almond. But I've been trying some soy milk because it has more protein. So I don't know if it's that or I just had a big bowl of gluten-free pasta and eggplant parm for dinner. If that's just sitting heavy in my stomach, I'm not sure, but whew, not feeling so great. But anyhow, today I want to talk a little bit about safety and not just wearing blaze orange like Miles and I, but just being prepared. I mean, I'm pretty far from the trailhead. In the direction I'm heading, probably another 7 miles back to my car. If I turn around and retrace my steps, like I said, I'm 4 miles out. So, you know, anything that happens, it might be a while before anybody can get to me. So, let's talk a little bit about being prepared. Had a great conversation with Chad Sullivan. He writes for Eat Clean, Run Dirty. And he kind of talks about the liability that comes along with race directing. You know, and trying to keep the runners safe. As we keep hearing about incidents. You know, there was an incident, obviously the worst one being in China, with 21 people who died. And then TDS, part of the UTMB series, they had a gentleman die. Marathon des Sables, just had a person die. Race out in Utah had to evac people off the course. So, you know, it's better to be prepared, and that's something we were talking about in our conversation. You know, we've got these suggested gear lists, and they're there for a reason. You know, if you're doing a race and it has a suggested gear list, it means you could possibly face situations in which you need those. And everybody always tries to go minimalistic and worry about how light they can make it. But, you know, it really comes down to, if it's that light, is it going to meet your needs if the situation arises? You know, like, I've seen people, we talked about this in our discussion, you know, I was racing in England and we had a gear kit and we're supposed to carry wind pants, like instead of having a windproof jacket, windproof pants. We had to carry the jacket too, but so people would cut up the pants, and you had to carry an extra water bottle, and they would cut up the pants so that they could stuff it in the water bottle so that they met both requirements. I ended up needing my pants because of the wind. I hurt my knee. I ended up hiking. I finished the race, but I had to hike forever and the wind was just biting. So I ended up putting on my, my gear. I was glad I had it. The folks that like cut theirs up, would serve them absolutely no purpose. Point being, don't skimp on your gear. Be prepared. I've never had to use my emergency blanket up until Hard Rock. We were just, I told Patel, I was just so tired. I needed sleep, but it was so cold, especially on the ground at night. So we pulled out emergency blankets, Morgan, my pacer, and I, and we just wrapped ourselves like burritos and used our packs as pillows and caught a nap. It was nice and warm, But like I said, I don't want to skimp on my gear. If I need something, I want to have the right gear. Not that you have to go all out and overboard, but there is a minimum that meets a requirement that will keep you safe and warm or dry. So when you see these, suggested gear lists, especially if you're looking at the weather, make sure you got what you need. The other things that I think are vital, if you're going for a road run and having your cell phone with you, that's great. I think that's safe enough. But if you're on a trail run like this, where you may not have cell phone reception, cell phones can still be triangulated in a rescue situation. But a few things to think about here. If you need to get the stress signal out, having like a satellite device might behoove you. I carry my little Garmin Mini Inreach, super light, small. It's got a great battery life, and I can use my phone to write the messages and then send it through my device, through my Garmin. That's pretty amazing. So having the combination doesn't hurt. A lot of times we're using our phones to check maps. So remember, that's gonna decrease battery life, especially if you're out for a long time. So perhaps carry an extra battery stick with you so you can charge it. Like I said, especially if you're relying on your phone for your map. I like to carry a paper map, but with that comes knowing how to use it. So, I think for those not familiar with maps, it's great to take like an orienteering course, at your local outdoor shop, and see what they're offering, or even suggest, having a runner's night in which they do, map reading skills, compass using skills. Most of our watches have compasses on them now. And learning how to use those in conjunction with the map could be life-saving. It's a great skill to know. So, yeah, cell phone, some kind of satellite tracker and communicator, extra battery, paper map, emergency blanket, and I know folks that carry, fire starting kit, especially when we get into these type of months here in the mountains, whether that be a lighter and a candle to help you get the fire going, or flint and steel, whatever you use, especially if you're out on a big run. And the other thing is just emergency medical supplies. UTMB made us carry adhesive medical tape, and you can use that for a variety of purposes. A small roll doesn't weigh anything. You can use it, bandage, splint, so many purposes. So even if that's the only thing you carry for medical supply, most of us are carrying a hydration pack anyway when we're out on these type of runs. You can fill it with some of these things, keep you safe. If you're out on a run like I am, just your belt will do. You've heard me talk about my Synaptic. It carries a bottle and it has 2 pouches. I carry my phone, key, Inreach, whatever. Super helpful. The kind of the old waist belts, they're fantastic. Kind of like a band. You just tuck things in. I hear a lot about the naked belts being great products. They serve people well. All the companies have them now. They're so handy. And most packs have them now. But if you're not carrying your pack, just an emergency whistle. You can even take it off your pack. I usually have a little bag that I carry. It's my emergency whistle, emergency blanket, and a small stick of squirrel nut butter lube. It typically goes on every long, medium run with me, or I'll be out for a while. I have my cell phone, but I was in a rush this morning to get out the door with my daughter to get her to school, so I didn't grab my Inreach, but typically that's with me too. But yeah, when I was younger, I never thought about this kind of stuff. I never thought what ifs. But, as I watch what goes on, I hear stories, it makes me more aware and cautious, cognizant. I want to be safe and get home to my family. So yeah, and the emergency blankets, they're usually so shiny. They're great. There's a helicopter rescue. Let me see where we're at here. We're at 6, 7. I was gonna try a new loop today. Debating. Be a little bit long. Like I said, I'm not feeling great, so I'm debating whether I feel better. Let's see. We go down Fletcher Creek, or we keep rolling this way. What do you think, Miles? What's your call? Which way you want to go? Yeah? Where you want to go? Where you want to go, buddy? Let's go this way. So, I'm going to stay on the Never-Ending Road, and then we'll go up Spencer to Trace Ridge, and then back down to parking. Just want to do something different today. Feeling better. Even if I have to walk, it's a nice day. I'm enjoying it. Anyhow, this Spencer that we're going to, I believe Sorba, had a big project up here, and they rerouted the whole trail. Did a really nice job. It's very flowy, so mountain bikers always bomb down it. I love running up it. So it's a little over a mile. I'll shut it down for now and then fire it back up. The end of this video will be me making my way up Spencer. So if you want to see it, you can watch on. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, here's Spencer, heading up. Got about a mile climb ahead of us. All right, here we go. Love this next part. Feels like the forest just opens up. Beautiful views. So pretty up here. A little bit downhill, a little bit further up, pitch is going to get a lot steeper, steepest part of the run, and then it doesn't really relent until we get to this tracer ridge, so breathing might get a little heavier. Apologies. We're heading up there. It's Trace Ridge. Oh. Keep going, buddy. All right, here we go. Final turn to the top. See the sky. That's our destination. Top of the climb. Whew. That's it. Oh. Whew. Never easy. Alright. Thanks for climbing with me. See you tomorrow.